Hi there, and welcome back to Still Waters ASMR. Today I've taken you outside because it's such a beautiful still morning, and so I thought I'd come outside. I am in suitable farming attire. I've got my boiler suit and my wellies on because I've just been out to feed our ram, who's the cutest ram you've ever seen. There's a whole bunch of birds down there in the water, splashing around. I think it's birds anyway. Either that or it's fish. There might be fish coming up to the surface. But yeah, you can hear the birds. There's some geese flying overhead. I don't know if you can make them out. The water against the shore down below. We've got a high tide, so the beach is all gone at the moment. So this is where I live. So this right here, I'm sitting on the wall. This is my house. I'll not show me because I'm in a bit of a state this morning. I've just basically gotten up. It's probably about 10:30 in the morning. I slept until about 10. It's great. I don't have to work today. And I went and fed the ram. Yesterday I went and fed the ram in just my pyjamas and my wellies. But today it was cold, so I put a boiler suit on. Oh, there's a seal down there, I think. And I'm really glad I put my boiler suit on, because it's the overall thing. Because there was a bunch of tourists who'd been down to visit the beach, and they'd been walking up the road to the little house that they stay in. And that would have been a bit awkward if I'd been there in my pyjamas feeding the sheep. So this is where I live. There's the kids' jungle gym, and my next door neighbour over there. The white shed used to be the toilet back when the old people used to live here. There's our bales of haylage over there, and down in the field closest to the water there, that's our lambs from this year. There's 30 of them. They'll be going to the market this coming Saturday. So there's 30 lambs, a mix of boys and girls. And if you hear sheep, it's because on the hill opposite right now there is a couple guys and a couple dogs herding sheep. And oh, they missed one. I can see one running that's not in the rest of the flock. It's a really big field over there to herd on. But if you hear bang, it's a really still day, so the sound carries across the water. And if you see over there, there's like a whole bunch of old ruins. So there would have been 2 houses here, a house here, and then other houses over here. That's where the guys currently are right now, they're over here. And then there would have been more further along, and one way over there. Once upon a time there would have been families living in each of those houses with their own little bit of croft. They would have gone out to sea in the fishing, and they would have farmed a little patch of land that would be enough to sustain their family. It was a really hard way of life. Oh, and there's ponies over here. Some Shetland ponies. Because I'm in Shetland, so of course there are Shetland ponies. So yeah, they're in that little enclosure bit there. There's 4 of them. They're not actually enclosed in there. They can climb over the wall. It's broken down enough they can climb over it, but they like to shelter in there. And then there's more people over there. So there's people who still live over here in the much more modern houses, and they have a road that goes to them. But these ones here, it's just a dirt track that goes across the beach. So you have to have a vehicle that can go across the beach and then up this track and out. So there's way out at the mouth. So in Shetland we call this a voe. This body of water that comes in with land on either side, that's a voe. I think you'd call it a bay somewhere else, but we call it a voe. And out at the mouth of the voe Then there's some stacks, and one day me and my husband are going to walk all the way out there. We've not done it yet because either I've not been well enough or the weather's not been good enough or we've been busy, but one day we're going to take a packed lunch and go all the way out there. We've been out in the boat. He's taken me out in the boat all the way out right to the edge of the fall. And he knows all the names of all the little geos and has little inlet bits and the headlands. And back in the day, people who lived on this side, so over here, there's some houses. Like so over there above the shed, there's some houses over on this side of the Vaux. And once upon a time, people on days like today when it's really calm, people on this side would shout over to people on that side. And you could hear each other across the water. Because I can hear the sheep baaing away on the other side of the... Sometimes on a still day I'll hear sheep and I'll think, oh gosh, one of mine's in trouble. But it's actually one that's like clear over there or over there. And I just thought, since it's such a beautiful day, that I would take you guys outside. I'm hoping that this video isn't too motion sick inducing. I'm just holding my phone in my hand. We've actually got frost on the ground this morning. It's our first morning of frost. Oh, and the cats are outside. So there's Bitty Smoot wondering what's going on. She's peeking at me from around the side of that gas canister. She's like, what's going on? Why are you outside? I've not actually had breakfast yet. It's, we've got cute little trees in the garden. So yes, this is where I live. And here we've got the barn over. So that there is the barn, and this is the house. And there's the kitty, wondering what's going on. Hey, sweetie. And she's off around this corner. So around the side, we've got another barn over there. And around the side of this is my husband's grandparents' old house, and this is their garden. It's completely overgrown with bushes. It's been years since anybody lived there and looked after it, and it's probably been over a decade, and it's just completely taken over with all these bushes. So that will be a big task one day to clear it all out. So there's like random buckets lying around. There's a lot of clean-up work to be done. Another one there. There's the mower for cutting the grass out there. I don't quite know why it's outside. I guess Kevin needed to get into something in the shed. We've got a pile over there to be a bonfire sometime. We're going to get chickens and they're going to go live over that way. And there's like a little, right here, there's a Wendy house. That's going to be converted into a hen house. So yeah, it's I think there's a seal out here in the water somewhere. I don't know if you can see him on the camera. I see a little head bobbing about. There'll be times when we're down. So down here, those random little assortment of pallets in the corner of that field is that's what we call a crew. Crew is like an enclosed space, and that's where we work with the sheep. Crew is spelled C-R-O with the double dots above it, and that's a Shetland word. And so we work down there with the sheep. It is literally just some pallets bashed together on the edge of the cliff. We call them the banks. There's a bit of a drop off down to the sea below. So that's where we clip the sheep and tag them and dose them and work with them. And we need to build a new one. It's starting to fall apart. So yeah, it's happy little sheepies down there. So yeah, this was just a little ramble video. It was such a beautiful still morning, I thought, because normally it's too windy here. You can't sit outside because the microphone would just be like with the wind. But since it's just a lovely still morning, I thought I'd come out. And sometimes we get otters. Oh, I started telling you about the crew because when we'll be down there working with the sheep, we'll have seals out in the water watching us, being really curious as to what we're doing. And sometimes you see otters scampering along the beach. So when we get chickens, we'll have to build an enclosure for them so that the otters don't eat them. Or my cats. We do have little birds in the garden, but the cats have been eating them, which is really upsetting. They got the 2 wrens, at least 2 of the wrens. They haven't got the robin yet. I'm hoping they don't. But yeah, I just love seeing the ponies on the hill opposite. I have this as my view out my kitchen window, and I am so blessed. So very, very blessed. And on days like today, it's just stunning. It's just amazing. I'm very happy to be here. Very, very happy. Mind you, on days when it's raining and windy and cold, it's not so pleasant, but on days like today, it's just, there's no better place. Absolutely no better place to be. I just love that view. We might build another house like over there, on the other side of that house there. But I have to make sure that the angle, we can still see the mouth of the Vaux, because I love that view. So yeah, I just love all the old ruins, and just thinking of people who used to live here, their history, their families, and now we're still living here, we're still working the land. So yeah, that's probably enough for me for one day, but also I've not had my breakfast and I'm hungry. But you guys take care, and I can hear the birds scolding the cats. And there's a seagull or something over there. No, it's a crow, sorry, it's a crow. I don't know my birds. That's definitely a seal out in the water. I don't think you guys can see him though. But just little ponies way up there. And there's some horses over there, like proper big ones. Very, very, very blessed. Anywho, time for me to go get some breakfast, although it's almost lunchtime. You guys take care, and apologies for the lack of video last week. I was doing some extra shifts at work to get basically some extra money and some extra training in, and to help some people out. But yeah, I'm settling in well to my new job and my course. Gotten 100% in my first 2 assignments. Oh yeah. But yeah, that's me for now. I'll see you again in the videos sometime soon.